Are you ready? I am. We're doing another book review really quick. I read the second book today in the Cowboy Homecoming series here by Linda L. Miller and B.J. Daniels. And the book I read today was Cowboy's Redemption. 18 months ago, Major Colt McLeod experienced an unforgettable night of passion. Now Lola Dayton, the woman who stole his heart, is at his door, pleading for her safety and to help save the daughter they conceived. And Colt secretly vows if they all survive, he'll make this a threesome, a forever family. Well, my nose itches. Let me give you just a quick. This one did not touch me that deeply. I'm not a big thrill seeker. I don't like these stories that it takes you to almost forever to build up the romance. Although the romance was quick on this part, but it took forever to get to that happily ever after, if you will. And I didn't like that. To me, no, I don't like that. Anyway, the book starts off with Lola running for her life in the woods. Then it switches gears. Major Colt McLeod was experiencing a bad dream back in Afghanistan behind the controls of a UH-60. Black Hawk pounding intensified. Someone was at his door. It was after 3 a.m., so his fiancée had dumped him. He did have plans to make a career out of the military, but then his dad died, leaving him a working ranch to either be ran or sold. He opens the door to find a frantic Lola who had minor injuries from tripping out in the wild chase in the woods. And they last seen each other over a year ago, and at that point he was at a bad point in his life. He got dumped by his fiancée, and he tended to her wounds and treated her like a good friend. And they chatted, he fed her, she was starved, basically. While the chat happened, she did inform Colt on that wild, passionate night they had all those many months ago. They had a daughter, and the daughter's named Grace. Later in the book, we find out that Lola's parents were members of the Society of Lasting Serenity, which was a California-based group. About 5 years ago, they moved out to Montana. Lola believed that the SLS leader Jonas killed her parents. He brainwashed them, then tried to lure Lola out to Montana to try and pick up her parents' bodies, but he had a mind of his own that Jonas wanted to make Lola his own, and he never envisioned a Grace situation happening. So he kind of been held Grace captive, which maybe you want to go, oh, I just want to go through the book and I want to bebop the man, but that's just another story. So in order to get Grace away from the SLS, they had to get the sheriff involved, so all three paid a visit to the SLS and Jonas. Jonas convinced the sheriff and Colt, and Lola had issues and was on medication, which deeply hurt Lola, of course. However, on page 369, Colt finally sees the light and realizes he never should have doubted Lola's word. Ah. And I'm going to give you some questions to make you intrigued to want to read this book. Will Grace be returned to Lola? Did Lola and Colt marry? Did Lola go to the SLS and join in order to have Grace for her own again? Will Colt accept that he has a daughter? Only way to find out is to read it. I gave the book a 6.5. That's me being generous. I just didn't really feel the passion in this book, not compared to the book I'm reading now, which I'm like Speedy Gonzales through this book, because when it comes time for this book review, you're going to have to take a deep seat. There's so many good parts in this book that I'm reading now, and this guy is just hitting it out of the ballpark, because every time she pushes him away, she tells him basically, go fish. He's like, got the pole? Let's go. And I love his attitude. He is just bringing the fight to her, bringing the fire to her, and it's bringing the passion even hotter. You're going to want to take a deep seat and get just as involved as I have. But anyway, don't you go nowhere. We're going to sing a song, and then I'm going to go work out, as I always do. When will we get back to the questions? Hopefully on my day off. We'll set a goal here. Wednesday, we're going to try and do some 20 questions. We're also going to try and do some relationship questions. So don't think I'm putting you guys off. I'm not. It's just I want to get all this done quickly and be able to work out, to get some sleep, and be refreshed for tomorrow. Because Monday and Tuesday we get swamped at work. Just saying. So, next is a song.